Hey friends, Sleepy here, and welcome to a brand new episode of my weekly gaming playlist series. Friday's here, so it's time to do our recap and our overview of the games I played this past week. I'd love to hear your thoughts, so if you played any of the games I shared through today, let me know how you enjoyed them. I'd like to hear about the games you guys are playing as well, as that gives me ideas of games to check out. And if you guys have a recommendation on a game you think I might enjoy playing, let me know, as I'm always looking for new games to play and experience. First off, I just hope everybody had a great New Year's. I did. I was busy with work, but it went well. It was pretty quiet. I did have an amazing year of 2024 for gaming. I was able to play over 30 games, and I was able to beat 24 of those 30, so that was really awesome. I'm hoping this year for 2025 that I can beat maybe 30 games. That's my goal, is to try to beat at least 30. So I'm working well on that goal already. And I've got one game to share with you guys, and this is the one I've been playing since last week, so I'm continuing my journey with it, and that is Sleeping Dogs, but it's the definitive edition for Xbox One. Now, this was originally released on 7th gen consoles for the Xbox 360, and I first had played it there, but I never beat it, and I stopped playing it. Well, I was going to continue my game there, and then a few years later, they released this definitive edition for Xbox One that I picked up, and it included all the DLC. Because see, I never bought the DLC for the Xbox 360 version, and now with the Microsoft Store shut down for 360 last year in July, there's no way to buy it if you don't already own it. So if you want to have the full experience, you definitely want to get the definitive edition. You also want to get it because it gets an upgrade into the visuals and graphics. They remastered it, so everything looks better. I've been playing it on my Series X, so you get a better boost than playing it on the original Xbox One, so I love that. It has a fantastic story that I really have been enjoying. It's got wonderful graphics. They look great. The controls are awesome. The game controls really well. The cars, the driving, the running around in third person just looks great. Wonderful voice actors. They picked great people for voicing the characters in the game. It has fantastic music as well, and I've been really having a lot of fun with it because this is a open world third-person action adventure. It plays just like a Grand Theft Auto game. But what I really love is it has a setting in Hong Kong. It's really cool because the most Grand Theft Auto games are always set in America, so it's really cool to have it set in a different country. And I've really been enjoying the story. Now, you play as Wei Shen. Now, he's an undercover cop. He's a detective for the Hong Kong Police Department, and he infiltrates the Triads, which is the Sun On Yee, an organized crime organization that he's trying to take down. So he infiltrates through them, and he starts at the bottom and starts working his way up through the ranks to get to the key members that take down the whole organization. And as you play through the story, you have to toe the line between being a cop and being a triad member. And there's cool stuff because there's triad missions for you to do in the main story, but there's also cop missions you can do. And then there's a bunch of other random extras for you to do because the DLC's added so much extra content to it. There's races to take on, so you can go do street racing. There's extra cop missions they added. There's some cool car combat missions. They added new outfits for him to wear, and some of them actually will boost what you do, like giving you stats like extra melee damage or extra weapon damage. Sometimes they come with a weapon. They also have some really cool stats that buff your character, which is really cool. So you get the whole complete package in the definitive edition, which I highly recommend you check that out and buy it. It's really cheap as well. So I'll read you guys from the back. Uncover the rules are different. You are Wei Shen, an undercover cop trying to take down the Triads from the inside. The definitive edition of the award-winning open-world action-adventure, rebuilt and remastered, includes all previously available content and a wealth of enhancements. Ruthless kung fu combat, weapons and gunfights, thrilling street races with exotic cars and bikes, dominate Hong Kong's buzzing streets. So let's check out some of Sleeping Dogs, the definitive edition. Alright guys, so I'm continuing my journey with Sleeping Dogs, the definitive edition. I've been having a lot of fun the past 2 weeks playing through this, getting really far in the game as well. And it's a game I highly recommend you check out if you're a fan of games like Grand Theft Auto. It's a really wonderful story. You have the main game, but you also get all the DLC with the definitive edition, which is awesome. So you also get Nightmare at North Point. You also get the Year in the Snake, and there's also a martial arts tournament that you get to participate in as well. Plus there's a bunch of costumes, there's a bunch of vehicles, weapons that all get added to the game, which is really great. You also have a variety of safe houses that you can unlock in the game as well. So I've got another one I've got down here. Got one that you start off the game with up here in North Point. There's another one here. And then there's a fourth one to unlock. So as you play through the game, you'll unlock new apartments for it. You got a pretty decent sized map too here of Hong Kong to run around. Now it's not as large as like some of the Grand Theft Auto games like Grand Theft Auto 5. But I definitely have to agree with my buddy Dean, where he mentioned, you know, like, the city just feels more alive, it just feels more real, and it's definitely packed with better NPCs, and there's a lot more detail to the environment, where the Grand Theft Autos just are there, but they're kind of bare, where there's a lot more detail in the world. They crafted a really great game here. So I love the map where you can go on and check out for all your different missions, because you've got the main story to go through, you've got side missions to do, and they've got random encounters, you've got races you can go through here. There's a total, I think, of like 21. There's also a variety of collectibles to find as well. As you can see the map here, there's health shrines, which I've got all 50 of. Spy cameras, I need one more to complete that. Then there's also all these lock boxes where some of them unlock money, some of them unlock outfits, some of them unlock weapons for you. And I'm trying to get all 100 of those. And then there's also these jade statues for you to find, which can unlock melee stuff for you. A variety of upgrades as well. So since you're Wei Shen, you're an undercover cop. You're infiltrating the Sun On Yi Triad gang. So there's cop missions, but then there's also the triad missions you do. And by completing those, you actually unlock abilities for those. So like, you unlock cop XP, you can unlock these cop upgrades, which I have maxed out. You do the triad ones, you can unlock triad ones. There's also the melee ones where you find those statues. And then there's what's called face, which is basically how the world views your character. I'm currently level 9, getting close to level 10, so I get that maxed out. And that's by doing random missions, favors, like somebody may randomly, a lady might have her purse stolen, you take the guy down, give the purse back, you'll get money and reward, and it'll also give you face. And then getting all these face things unlocked actually gives you different abilities, which the final one that I'm going to unlock is going to give me a 40% discount on buying all the cars and clothes in the world, which is cool. And then I do highly recommend get all the health shrines, all of them, because it'll give you double the health that you start out the game with. And as you play the game, it gets a lot more difficult. So getting all of this stuff really helps make the game that much easier to play through. Which is cool too, is the variety of outfits for you. You have to buy them, but you can also unlock them. There's a lot of these preset ones that are due to DLC and unlocking. And it's cool, there's other games you talk about, like Agent 47. You'll get some different random ones, different games. You'll notice the Easter eggs too, which is pretty cool. So it's just a huge variety of them. Like here's one for Deus Ex, that's kind of cool. The outfit that Rico had in the Just Cause games. You know, it's just really cool having these little bonus stuff there. And then different ones you'll unlock as you play through the game. And some will give you stat bonuses too. Like this one gives me an increase of melee damage by 40%. So it's really awesome having all this DLC in the game. The game also has a really awesome combat in it. It's real huge focus on martial arts and karate, but there are also guns in the game. There's also knives and different kinds of weapons you can use. And the game does have a huge focus on the melee combat, but there's a lot of gun combat as well. You also have this really sweet parking garages that are all over the city, where as you unlock cars, you buy them, or you unlock them in a race, or you unlock them in a mission, they'll be here for you to pick. And there's a huge variety of them, which is really cool.
You know, 2 years ago, I was a stockbroker in Central. Now I press a button to get your cars.
There's also radio stations, just like you would find in Grand Theft Auto, for you to listen to. I currently have it muted, only because I don't want to maybe get a copyright or something on my video if one of the songs happen to be copyrighted. But there's a variety of stations for you to listen to. There's also a huge variety of vendors as well. I can go to one, and they give you bonuses like eating, drinking stuff can give you a boost to your health, and give you a boost to fighting, boost to taking less damage, which is great. And there's also a money system in the game, so I've got $4.5 million, and that's by doing all that kinds of side missions and stuff. Now I have a boost to my health generation by eating that pork bun, which is great. So there's a variety of things for you to unlock for your character as well. And another little tip is there are 5 different girlfriends in the game that you can date, and if you complete their little mission, it'll actually unlock icons on the map for you. Like I just beat one, and it unlocked where all the lockboxes are on the map, so I can finally have them on here and know where they are, and I can set a waypoint to it and get it, because I only need one more for the North Point to have it complete, which is awesome. And then I love being able to set waypoints, because it'll show you how to get there through the GPS. Now what's also great too, though, is you don't have to always look at the mini-map. It'll actually display arrows on the road for you to know where to turn. So when you're busy in the middle of a mission, you don't have to keep looking down in the bottom left corner at your mini-map. You can follow the arrows, which I think is a great addition to have in these kind of open world third-person adventure titles. Now, one thing I did have to get used to, and it only takes a few minutes, is since we're in Hong Kong, because this game takes place in Hong Kong, you have to get used to driving on the left side of the road, not the right side like we do here in America. So it just took me a few minutes to get used to that. But if you play a little bit, I'd say 5, maybe 10 minutes, you'll get used to what side you drive on, and you'll have no issues at all. Now, what I love, too, is a variety of vehicles, and they all handle differently. If you have a fast sports car like I have here, you know, it's going to control easier and better than if you have like this little clunky van vehicle here. And some are faster than others, and some have better handling. So I love that they have that attention to detail when it comes to the vehicles. There's also motorcycles, there's boats as well, so you can go into the ocean and control boats. There's a variety of those as well, and they all control and handle differently, which I think is awesome. So they did put a lot of work and effort into the controls for this game. Like, the control is just good, the vehicles control well, on foot controls well. There's a lot of running and parkour elements to the game, which I really like, because you will have some parts where you will chase down enemies, and it's just really been an enjoyable experience. Looks like there might be a little underground thing there. So let me pause it, guys, and then I'll try to get us into some combat so you guys can see what that's like. Well, I just happened to accidentally hit someone and got into a police chase. So that's cool, too, is you can get in police chases, and you can use your vehicle and ram police cars and vehicles chasing you to get them off your tail, so that you can escape when you get out of the radius of the police. There we go, and I'm in a little cooldown meter, and I just lost the cops, so just wanted to show that part too, that there are some cop chases for you to be involved in throughout the story. Alright, we're at one of the fight clubs. There's 4 fight clubs in the game for you to take on, that you can use to unlock money.
Looks like you might survive a couple of rounds. Come on, tough guy.
And also experience as well for your face meter. So you start off with wave 1 of 6, and it just gets progressively more difficult. And what's cool is you can counter with the Y button whenever the enemy looks red and glows. That's your indication to counter them. You can also grab enemies, and you can use the environment to your advantage. Like, sometimes you may be able to throw enemies over a railing, like sometimes you can toss them over that, but also you may find item in the world that you can use. Like maybe you find like a dumpster that's open, you can actually throw an enemy into there. Or if you find a fish tank, you can throw an enemy into it. Or you find an electrical box, you can stick them into it. So there's really cool stuff you can do. And of course, some enemies will be stronger than others. Like, see, there's a bigger guy now, so they're a little bit tougher to fight. And there's some different fighters as well, like this guy here on the right. It's going to be a little tougher than those initial guys I had. But you want to use any advantage you can get to yourself to help you out, because it can get difficult at times. Damn, and they can do some damage to you. I love the slow motion sometimes when you beat a group of enemies.
Alright, you keep winning, I keep paying.
And when you build up enough combos and stuff, you can actually build up your face meter like I did there on the side, and then you can actually use that to heal you in combat. So here's the final round. As you can see, there's a ton of fucking assholes everywhere. Damn. I definitely don't recommend tackling these fight clubs until you get all the health shrines so you have double the health. If I didn't have double the health, I'd be dead by now.
Alright! We have a winner!
Seriously, that's the best you can do.
Alright, and unlock another 10,000 bucks and some more face experience by beating that one. And I beat that a couple different times when I was trying to get some extra face experience, because it does give you quite a bit. But I just wanted to give you guys a little look at the game. It does control really well. Actually, you know what? Let me pause it. I'll get gun and show you guys some gunplay really quick, because I don't think I shared that last time.
Another little trick too is all the police vehicles have different weapons in their trunks, so you can get I can get a shotgun here, which is cool. And also with a gun, you can actually get into cover. You can shoot out and then get down into cover. You can run to other cover and stuff, which will come in handy because there are some times where you'll be fighting a huge variety of enemies with guns, and you don't want to just run out guns blazing because you'll get yourself killed. And so you gotta sometimes move yourself up. But it does have really good gunplay, does control well, and there's a variety of guns for you to choose from. Highly recommend Sleeping Dogs, guys. It's amazing.
Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed that look at Sleeping Dogs, the Definitive Edition. I really enjoyed playing through it. I beat the entire story 100% for the main game. I found all the collectible health shrines, all the lock boxes. I beat all the street races. I beat all the DLC that is tied to the main game because there's extra missions and stuff that were added to it. And went through and beat all of that as well. Unlocked almost all the achievements for the main game. I then, after beat that, took me about 37 hours or so to 100% that. I then played one of the 2 big DLCs they added, which was Nightmare and North Point, and that took me 2.5 hours to 100% that. And then I just have one more to play, which is the Year of the Snake. It's another one that's about 2 to 3 hours if you do everything in it, because they're kind of small, shorter little additions to the campaign. But I really had enjoyed my time with this game. It was awesome, kept me interested from the very start to the end. And I definitely could have played more of this if they had the story a little bit longer. But it still was great because it had 30 missions for the main story. There was 50 side missions, and there was another like 20, 30 other side ones as well. Just a really enjoyable experience. I highly recommend you guys check out Sleeping Dogs, the Definitive Edition. If you've never played before, you definitely owe it to yourself to pick up a copy, either for Xbox One or PS4. Because it's just a much better version than the old 7th gen ones because you get all the DLC. So total for everything, you could probably get about 40 hours out of this game if you do everything that's included in the game. Get all the collectibles, go through all the stories, do all the DLCs and everything. You will have a very enjoyable time, and I absolutely love this game. And so this is the first game beat for 2025. So now I've got 29 more to go for my goal. Highly recommend you guys check it out. But let me know your thoughts if you guys have played this ever. What did you think of it? I'd also like to hear about the games you guys have been playing. And if you have a recommendation on a game you think I might enjoy playing, let me know, as I'm always looking for new games to play and experience. Hope you guys have a great 2025. Thanks for watching. Take care. You guys have a great day, and Sleepy will see you next time.